Hi, my name is Angel and welcome back to the Angel Lore. Today we have a really fun topic. We're going to talk about how pretty girls can disarm guys with an unexpected but playful confidence. Okay, this one's a little controversial because it goes completely against what people expect from beautiful women. If you're a woman that attracts a lot of attention, you've probably felt the pressure to be perfect and present perfectly and speak perfectly and act perfectly. Well, you probably also realized it's impossible to meet everyone's standard of perfect. Impossible. So why not have fun with it? Why not do it your own way? Because you're not going to make everyone happy anyway. Men are expecting you to be prim and proper and polite at all times, and of course you certainly can do that as much as you want, but what's a yin without a little bit of yang? They're expecting you to be soft-spoken and predictable. But here's the twist, that actually makes things more awkward, because half of the time they're probably feeling awkward around you. So if he's being awkward and you're being shy, how are you going to get anywhere in this modern world? You won't. Pretty girls lose so much power when they get overly shy or overly quiet around attractive men or men they find desirable, especially tall ones, fit ones, and successful ones. There's just two awkward people there. The man feeling awkward because he wasn't expecting to see you, and you feeling awkward because you weren't expecting to see him. Now, how are you two going to get together like that? He doesn't have the confidence. He's not so sure. If you're not so sure either, you're both in trouble. Anyway, the men are expecting you to perform the good girl act because so many women do. But when you show up with that unexpected playful confidence, it disarms them completely, and they will melt and they will think about you later on. They're gonna hope that they run into you again because you were the girl that flipped the script and did something completely unexpected. You disarm them. But you're not being rude, you're not being aggressive or bullying, even though depending on the guy and your personality, maybe you could. You're just being fun and unexpected, maybe even a little chaotic, but with good energy and full of personality. Let me explain. Men play with you all the time, subconsciously. So when they see you around the gym or the elevator or the grocery store or anywhere in public, they're already noticing you. They're already thinking something about you. They're already wondering tons of things about you. And they're already low-key reacting to your presence. Most women tighten up, straighten their hair, straighten their backs, and act perfect. When you flip the script just a little bit, when you give them a little taste of that unpredictable charm, it shocks them in a good way. Okay, let me give you an example. If I'm at the gym and there's a really muscular guy like doing bar hangs, I'll say something like, and this really depends on your personality. You have to be confident to do this. You can't just be beautiful. You have to be beautiful and confident, or at least confident and attractive enough to pull this off, right? If I go to the gym and a guy's hanging on doing a bar hang, I'll say, pull up, like encouraging him to do pull-ups. If he's like, no, I'm just doing a bar hang today, I'll be like, oh, what a waste. I'm basically saying, like, you have all these muscles, you're so tall and so built, you're not gonna do pull-ups for the girl that says do pull-ups? What a waste. And it's kind of like a joke because they think a lot of beautiful women that are not married, that aren't having a ring, they're like, oh, that's so sad, that's a shame, what a waste. But you're flipping the script back onto them. But think about the way that they normally treat women, and you kind of have to be creative to do this, but flip the switch back onto them. No pull-ups? What a waste. It's like a joke. They know what the underlying meaning is. It's playful. It's not mean. It's just funny and unexpected. If a guy expects me to fawn over him, like an older guy, he's like attractive, successful, I don't fawn over him. I act like I wasn't expecting to see anyone. I was busy. I'm on my way. I'm out of there. Why? Because I'll see him again. And he'll remember me as the girl that was totally unbothered. And that's when you introduce this playfulness. It's like a game of cat and mouse. Remember the cat and mouse show on Cartoon Network? That's what we're doing here. I stay unbothered, I keep it moving. I treat him like everyone else, with confidence, not an attitude at all. If a situation gets awkward, I lean into humor, because humor is power. It's not manipulation, it's charisma. A perfect example, there's a story. 2 nights ago, I was at the gym and I had my key on the treadmill and I lost it. I had no idea where it went. There were so many people in the gym, I was asking around thinking, well, maybe someone grabbed it. Maybe someone dropped it off at the desk. It wasn't at the desk. I came back to the gym. There was this guy there and he was like, you don't know where you put it? And I was like, no, I don't know. He's like, that doesn't make sense. So he starts looking all around. He finds the key. I was in shock. I had put it on this hook by the bar hanging area. He found the key, he gave it to me. I was like, thank you so much. Save the day. True story. Next night, he's at the gym around the same time. Who knows if he was looking to run into me? Probably. Anyway, I see him again. I'm there at the same time. I'm actually dressed cute this time, which is funny because last time I was wearing like something gray and oversized and it was laundry day. Anyway, I see him the next day. I decided to go over to his treadmill. Now you have to be confident to do this. If you need to build up your confidence, I will make more videos on confidence. However, I went over to him because he was training so hard, running so fast. He looked like built and muscular, like he just got fit overnight. And so I went up to his treadmill and I said, are you training for my next key search? And he was like, huh? He had to take his headphones out. Are you training for my next key search? It broke the tension. He starts laughing. He was like, I'll keep my eyes on it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just went up and went to bed, but he probably thought that was so funny. Not because the joke was perfect, but because the energy was light, fun, and playful. Why does this work? Pretty girls sometimes forget that men, they get nervous too. They are more nervous around you than they are around people that they work with, job interviews that they go on. A lot of you ladies don't get this. You really don't get it. $1 million man with a $1 billion trajectory will be more nervous around you than he is in a business meeting. Get this through your head. You make them nervous. You have to break the ice because they are actually indeed nervous. And the last thing that they're ever expecting from you is quick wit, humor, confidence, playfulness, charm, and more. They're expecting silence, politeness, boring, womp, 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 stiffness, insecurity, fear. No, not here in the angel allure. So when you show up in a vibe that says, I'm comfortable, I'm confident, I'm social, I'm aware, and I'm not afraid of you, it becomes extremely magnetic. You will become magnetizing everywhere you go. Everywhere. Not because you're performing. You are a real human with confidence and personality. Now, only do this if you feel grounded, you feel safe, you feel good about yourself, you feel like the person is safe to approach and everything. If you feel like the person is confident, you need to be able to read people. You need to be able to read energy because sometimes men do not want your vibe around them sprinkling confetti. If they're like a weird red pill, go your own way type of man, you come into their space, they'll give you some energy like they don't like you. Don't deal with that. Move on. Move on to a man who's open and ready to receive and that's looking for you because most of them are. The other ones are unhealed. They have mother wounds, father wounds. That has nothing to do with you. So you have to know when the moment is appropriate. This is not about being confrontational, obviously. And it's not about making men feel uncomfortable. It's about being playful, charismatic, socially bold, unexpected, and alive, which are all extremely unique traits, especially from beautiful women in 2025 and going into 2026. You will stand out. You will have no competition. You will have a roster, a good one. So, pretty girl allure isn't just about being pretty. It's about being unpredictable, fun, and safe in a magnetic way. That's the secret. Pretty girls, stop being scared of attractive men. They are not on a pedestal, and you don't have to be either. You can meet them right where they are, at least for this first interaction until they get a little bit more comfortable around you. You are not beneath them. as much as they want to make you believe that you are. Have fun, be bold, and let your personality shine. That is real feminine power. Thanks for checking in, my alluring angel. I hope you like this video as much as I had fun making it for you. I love you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.